Welcome to Physics O Physics, our new YouTube channel for physics class. Semester 2, Week 1, welcome. We hope you had a great winter break and are off to a great start in the new year. A new year offers a fresh start, and we did want to do things a little differently in Semester 2. So this video will include an overview of the announcement page and our new weekly resources. Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Cloran here. So today's video is going to go over our announcement page and just point out a few changes. And for those of you new to physics class, welcome. All right, so when you log into physics class, you should see the announcements page. The portion that will change weekly will be the area here where it tells you what is due each week, along with any additional announcements. What we're going to do this semester is list the items that you should focus on each week, and we will have a weekly page with resources. Rather than having a help site this semester, what you can do is simply scroll down. Various resources are in this bottom row, and if you keep scrolling, you will see the calendar for the entire semester, modules 4, 5, 6, and 7. With each module, you will see weekly resources in the first column, which I'll go over in a moment, along with the start date for each week, what is due, and in red, any items you can skip over as far as turning in assessments, what's due for the week, and then a place for us to house our live lesson recordings. We've also listed what topics we will be focusing on for each and every live lesson. So if you're interested in perhaps working on the 405 lab and the live lesson, you'll know exactly which day, Monday of week 2, for example. And then of course at the end of each week, we're hoping that you're able to accomplish everything that's in your assessments due column by that Friday. Of course, if you need time into that next week, that's okay, but it really is important to stick as close as you can to the calendar we have listed here. For example, if you are in week 1 and just getting started, my recommendation would be to simply go to that week 1 link. You can either access it here up at the top, or like I said earlier, you can scroll down and go directly to this spot. It will open up a Google Doc, and I would recommend downloading it right away. So you can simply do that once the page is loaded by going to File, Download As, and then most likely a Word doc is what you'd want to do. At the top of each page, I will be listing the items that you should accomplish for that week. You can ideally probably go in the order that's listed here, and reminders will be included throughout the pages as well. So for week 1, you have 2 items to work on. Step 1 is to simply complete the S2 enrichment, which is the semester 2 enrichment, and it is a matter of simply going over the changes and the reminders we have for you here, 1 through 5, and then answering these short questions 1, 2, and 3. All you'll have to turn in are your answers to questions 1 through 3 for that very first assignment, and in a moment I'll show you where to turn that in. So once you've completed reading over that document and answering those few questions, that's all you're turning in this week. It is a short week, so we didn't want to give you too much to focus on. But we do also want you to start reading the first couple lessons. You're not going to have to turn in 401 or 402, but you are responsible for that material. So we'd like you to read 401 and 402, and if you're interested in taking guided notes, those are included in this document as well. So if I continue to scroll down, you'll see guided notes here for lessons 401 and 402 that go on to page 3. These are not to be turned in, but are really a tool for you to use. We do come across a number of equations in physics, as you probably already know, and there is a good amount of vocab as well. So organizing and maybe trying out guided notes if you haven't before might be a good idea. So that takes care of week 1's file. Now if I do go back to the announcements page, what I did want to point out is where you'll be turning in that first enrichment assignment. So if I go over into assessments, You may no longer see semester 1, of course, because we are in semester 2, but if you keep scrolling all the way to the bottom, the S2 Enrichment Assessment 1 is what you'd be turning in this week. Go ahead and click there and attach that file, and that is all that is due in week 1. If you do have questions, please reach out to your teachers. We are happy to help. And one other item before we go that I did want to point out, going back to the announcements page, is that your link to joining the live lesson is here, but it also appears at the bottom of that first slide, as well as a link to Friday help sessions. We will be offering those every Friday at 11:30, and that session is really open to students that may need some help catching up or have questions on an assessment or a lesson, or if you would like to accelerate and work ahead. Any of those sessions are open for DBAs as well. Our first DBA comes up in week 3, and I know a lot of you have already started to work ahead, so feel free to complete that DBA early if you do reach that point before week 3. And like I said earlier, if you have any questions, please reach out to your teacher. We look forward to a great semester. Have a great day.